Hey everyone, FlyingDutchy here, and welcome back to a new Let's Play series in Hearts of Iron 4. It has been a while, I think maybe 3 or 4 months ago that I played this game, so maybe we will have some trouble by getting started, but after my German one-tag world conquest without an ally, without the Axis, I didn't play again, so let's see what's gonna happen. So, I have the pre-release DLC, Death or Dishonor, and we are gonna play as Romania. You voted in the straw poll, so thanks for the votes. Romania had 40%, I think Hungary was with 27%. So we will start with Hungary. We have the leader George Tararescu. We are non-aligned, we have an authoritarian regime. And we will have elections in 37. Well, let's start the game first. We will take a look at that later. So, I will play on Iron Man mode, because why not? And we will not play with historical AI focuses, so everything can happen. I think that's way better, because otherwise you see Germany declare war on the Soviet Union when they are getting eaten, for example. Maybe it won't happen like this. Normal settings, normal difficulty. And we are going to jump into the game. I can't get achievements because this is not the released version. I think that's the cause. So I will call this the Kingdom of Romania Let's Play. Doesn't fit. Well, let's. And there we are. The Kingdom of Romania. Let's have a look at the start of our position. We have the Tararescu. We have King Carol II's lifestyle. We will see a lot of events at the start of this campaign about this King Carol II. We should try to get rid of him. And we start with the neutral foreign policy, so the joint faction limit is higher, etc. You see the political parties. We have 60% for the FRN. The fascists have 18% and the Democrats 20%. So, first things first, let's start off with our research. Let's have a quick look about what changed in this patch. This is all the same. We are starting with some light tech tanks. I'm not gonna build them though, because these are really bad. We start with only artillery. We still have to focus on one of our doctrines. I think I'm going to choose one with more recruitable population or with more superior firepower doctrine. I think that's a really good one. Naval-wise, we are not going to build anything. We are not going to focus on our naval production. I will go for some fighters and maybe a air doctrine. We will start off with the mechanical engineering for the research time bonuses, and we will start off with the basic machine tools, so that is all still the same, and the construction speed. So we have some free civilian factories. We don't have a lot. We have 13, but we have 6 in use because of our policies, so we have 7 to go. I will start building off 2 civilian factories because we need them. So, let's have a look at our army. We have 2 field marshals, I should say. We have Ion Antonescu and Petre Dumitrescu. And we are going for, of course, this one, because this one is better. And he looks more badass. So there we go. And we are going to border the Russian front, because why not? So this is new in the new DLC, the air interface, I should say. You can now just right-click, and then your air wings go to the other airfields. So that's really easy, and you can set their missions over here. So naval-wise, do we have a navy? The answer is yes. We have 4 destroyers. Well, we are not going to use them at all. I'm also going to cancel the submarine. We are going to build convoys, because we need them to trade. And the Twitch chat is saying, all hail Marshal Antonescu. I think I have some Romanians in my chat. So the next thing I want to take a look at is the new focus tree of Romania. It is absolutely insane. It is huge. And we have to choose between preserve Greater Romania. We have at last managed to unite all Romanian speakers in our country. Now we must ensure that our children may inherit a legacy of a Romania for all Romanians. Or the Balkans dominance. The key to a prosperous Romanian future lies not with the revolutionaries of the East, or the democracies or the fascists of the West, but with Romanian dominance of the Balkans. I think I'm going for this focus. But let's see what the Twitch chat thinks about it. So if you go for Preserve Greater Romania, you will end up with the Join Comintern, with the Join the Axis faction, or Join the Allies faction. But the other way is going on our own, and I think we are going on our own. I think that is more of a challenge. And yeah, we can puppet Bulgaria, we can align Hungary, we can split Czechoslovakia, divide Yugoslavia, and we can grow without using a lot of political points, for example. So we are going, I think, for the Balkans dominance focus tree, and not for the Preserve Greater Romania. Of course, there are some benefits when you have good relations with the Axis, for example, with Germany. Then you can lend-lease better for their tanks and stuff. But I think we are going for the Balkans dominance. We have the Institute Royal Dictatorship. The time has come to further increase the king's already extensive powers, bringing political stability to the nation and enabling it to focus on threats from outside. So we could go for this one, and we can get King Michael on the throne. And so on, and so on, and so on. There are a lot of things we can do. So we can become friendly with the Axis also by this part of the focus tree. So, could help. We have the Air Force. We are not going to focus on it at all, I think, at the start. Maybe a little bit. We will focus on army maneuvers. We get some... we gain some infantry, actually. Ooh. That's nice. More recruitable population. Nice. And we have the shipyard thing. So, I think it's better for us to start off with this over here. I think I want to go to the research slot as quickly as possible. I think that is really important. So I will go for the Institute Royal Dictatorship. So Carol II becomes leader of the non-aligned party, and I think we will not get any elections anymore. We will have a dictatorship, of course. So, and we get some political power. So we are going for this one. Now, our army size. We are lacking a little bit of artillery. We are lacking a lot of infantry equipment and some support equipment. So let's have a look at our template. This is our Divizia Infanterie. We have 9, are these called battalions? Yeah. We have 9 battalions of infantry. We have 1 support artillery and engineer company. It's a really good starting division, if you ask me. So the engineers need some... I think they need support equipment. Yeah. So, we also have some mountaineers. Could help, because we have some mountains in our region. The cavalry I'm going to get rid of. And we have a tank division design template. I will focus on tanks later, not at the start. So what are we going to do? We are going to focus more on infantry equipment and artillery. That is really important. I will keep 1 factory working on light tanks at the start. And you need to go until you're done. Forever, I mean. Alright, so this is the new trade interface. It's very clear, I would say. Here you can see your deficits and your surpluses. So we have a lot of oil. I can show it you over here. Not this one, Dutchy. That one. Romania has a lot of oil. 70 oil in Montania. But we don't have steel. We will get steel later in our territory, but not right now. So we need to trade for a bit of steel, because otherwise the production will be really low. And we need that, so we are going to trade. You click on steel, and we are going to trade with... Well... Let's see. If I trade with the Soviet Union, I make them better, and I don't want to make them better. I am going to make France better. We are going to trade 2 factories, so we have a surplus of 2 steel. That's alright. I'm not going to trade for tungsten though, because we need our civilian factories to build. And we are having low manpower, and I think we can start playing now. So let's go to speed 3 at the start. Here you can see that the planes are now over here. And this, the yellow circle is their range. That's really handy. And there is our first event. King's mistress purchases a villa. Magda Lopescu, mistress of King Carol II, has reportedly purchased a new villa. So that is what is going on all the time. This girl over here, she should be banned. So what can we do? We can do this. The government has purchased the building and allowed Miss Lupescu residence. Consumer goods factories will go to 20%. Or the king took the money out of an advance of his allowance. So what can we do? We can lose 90 political power, or... And then we get consumer goods factories 3%. So let's have a look. How much do we have? Consumer goods. We have at the moment 30%. So we are losing 8 factories of our 15. And that will go to 20%, or will it go to 50%? Oh, and someone in the Twitch chat is saying King Carol was a sex fanatic. Oh god. Are we going to 50%? Let's see if that happens. I'm not sure, by the way. Do I need to unpause the game? Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. That is a lot of factories going to the consumer goods. So that is what happens when you are taking that decision. You will get a lot of consumer goods factories going away. Now we have only 3 building our next civilian factory. Yeah. So I will train some units. Just to get rid of this pop-up. Actually, we don't have any pop-up for it. And we also have no manpower. Never mind, we are not going to make an army at the moment. We need more manpower. And we need to get rid of this civilian economy. We want to go to a war economy. That's going to be very hard though, because we are not fascist or communist, and I don't think we will become fascist or communist, so who knows. Let's go to speed 4, maybe speed 5 soon. How is the stuff going on? Alright. The cavalry units will become normal infantry. There we go. And my Twitch chat said, yes, he really was Dutchy. He really was a sex maniac. It is a good idea to become fascist, someone is saying. Yeah, well... Of course this game is made by becoming fascist or communist, so you have more options. That is true. Do we have any foreign claims? I don't think so. I think Romania is united. I think Hungary has claims over here. In these hills. But at the moment it's going alright. So we will lose some national unity soon. And we will remove the national spirit neutral foreign policy. So that's actually really good. Yeah, the USSR will demand Bessarabia at some point. Yeah, that is what happened historically wise, but we are playing with no historical focus, so maybe it won't happen, but I think it will happen. And of course then we will join the Axis, and later on we will join the Allies, like they did in history. Who knows that is gonna happen? It could be possible. Yeah, we need a lot of infantry equipment. Where's our manpower going? What? Oh, because I changed the templates. We have no manpower. That's not good. Should we take the manpower immediately? Maybe I should. Hey Rultje, welcome to the stream. The remilitarization of the Rhineland, Germany stationed troops in the Rhineland territory, and we have the Institute Royal Dictatorship. So, what is the next thing that we are gonna do? We cannot do this one. The current government is bringing Romania to ruin. A firm hand is required to steer the nation away from disaster. The hand of Prince Michael. Michael becomes the leader of the non-aligned party and remove the national spirit King Carol's second's lifestyle. So we should take this as soon as we can. But we need 25% world tension, so we cannot take that one. I'm going to revise the constitution because I want the research slot. So what is this one giving? The constitution must be rewritten to solidify the king's position as the nation's leader. Furthermore, dangerous far-right movements can be undermined by providing a safer alternative in the king's sentinel of the Motherland Youth Organization. The FRN becomes ruling party. And we gain political advisor cost minus 25%. Really nice. Trade laws minus 25. That's a really good thing actually, this. All those bonuses. Gains national spirit, the sentinel of the motherland, which grants 1% more recruitable population. And that is what we need, so that's a really good start. So I think I won't take limited conscription, but I will take a advisor, because we will get manpower soon. So we have 7 advisors at the start. We can go democratic, communist. We can gain political power. We can have the Captain of Industry. We have the Prince of Terror. Non-core manpower could help when we are going to conquer territory. Petru. And we have the Fascist. But therefore we need the Axis-friendly government. So maybe later on we will turn ourselves fascists. But for now I will go for the political power gain. We want to gain as much political power as soon as possible. Oh, what is going on? We have the Spanish Civil War. It started. So that is still the same, I think. I don't see any changes. Oh yeah, this is a change. You cannot move through the desert anymore in Africa. You can't move here. Do you see those big lines? This is the border. You can only move on the north, through Egypt and the Nile region, and then over here. You can move all over here though, but this part you cannot move through anymore. Also here, it's impassable area. So that's also new in this upcoming DLC and patch. I think that's a patch feature. So yeah, we are playing on speed 5 because we have nothing to do. We have to build up our economy as soon as we can. And be ready for a war. So, are there people taking our oil? Yes. China, Republican Spain, Turkey and Greece are taking our oil. We no longer get the effects from supplementary budget. Okay. What was that? I don't know. I don't know what that was, but we don't have it anymore. I have no idea. So, we could start our land doctrine, because that is really important. And on the other hand, I want to get this one. Research time minus 3%. Let's take this one first. Oh, that was the event with the mistress, of course! Of course it is. So we now have 7 factories working again. How are we looking over here? We still have a lot of deficits. We don't have a deficit of light tanks though. I am thinking, should we remove this tank? Maybe we should. You know what? I'm not gonna make any more tanks. There we go. Do you get all those divisions from the start? Yes, Romania starts with 31 divisions. They have a decent start, I would say. What is Germany doing? Air innovations. Soviet is doing the Great Purge. Let's hope Stalin is going to die. That makes our life a lot easier. It can happen that Hitler dies in the game as well. I had it a couple of times. That's actually really weird. But it can all happen because we are playing unhistorical. Okay, we have the revised the constitution. What was the change again? I don't know anymore. Oh yeah, we had bonuses for our political advisors. So, we can now take... we have to choose between the flexible foreign policy or His Majesty's loyal government. But first we go for the research slot. Really important in my opinion. Okay, so everything is cheaper now. Actually, everything is cheaper. Wow. Really? That's insane. Did we start the fascist? Oh, I can't do that anymore. Captain of Industry is a nice one. Or we take a theorist. Oh, you are 150 though. You as well. Okay, so only the people you can recruit are cheaper. Well, that's still fine. That's still a really good thing. We have a lot of manpower now. Because of the 1% bonus we got. I think I am going for the Captain of Industry. So our civilian factories are getting built faster. That is helping as well. Dispersed industry or concentrated industry. Let's go. Well, we could get bombed all the time. So we lose 5% factory output for every stage. So we lose a lot of factory output. If we are making sure that we have enough fighters to protect our own air, then we could do this one. You know what? I'm gonna try it. We will build some fighters. When we have the next 1936 fighters, I will start building them. Not earlier though. The same counts for the tanks. Maybe I will build tanks, but I might start building them when we have this medium. Not before this medium. And I want to get the fighter. Because when you compare the next tier, their range is higher. And they have double the air attack. So it's a really big improvement. And the production cost is almost the same. They have 5 points more agility, more defense. This one is so much better. The IAR-14. So when I have that plane, we'll start building them. So we have the pop-up now that we have no division in basic training, so let's train a couple of units. We don't really have the the equipment for it, but we will try. I will also tell them that they should focus on reinforcing first. I think that's way more important. So, for the Romanian people in the Twitch chat, is this Romanian? It should be. It should be Romanian. The king throws lavish party. Despite being vetted by the king himself, the official coverage of the recent feast at the royal palace, you should pause the game actually when you get this, has caused great public dissent. Pictures of the king's mistress in an expensive French evening gown and detailed descriptions of the 7-course meal eaten from golden plates have further inflamed the population, who are still suffering from the after effects of the Great Depression. The king demands that we make a public statement of support at once. The king must be allowed to be representative. Again, we lose the consumer goods factories, or the king's private matters are not a government concern. Well, I'm going for this one. I want the political power. We just have a slow start, I guess. Okay, that's gonna be the first episode, guys. Put a cut in here. Thanks for watching. As always, this is the first video of a long Let's Play, hopefully, if you don't get crushed. So like, subscribe, and share the video. You will do me a great favor, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.